So here we are in Shimbashi, Tokyo, famous for Japanese salaryman, entertainment, nightlife, places that go back decades. They're called Sunakku or snack bars. There are loads of them here. Really small, cozy bar restaurants run by a mama-san who pours the drinks, makes the food, does all the conversation with the guests, makes them feel very comfortable, giving them life experience. These are regular customers that come back over and over again. Entertainment from decades ago, and they're in danger of going extinct, but increasingly popular with international tourists that are visiting Tokyo. My wingman for this adventure is Matt Alter,
Yes.
and YouTuber now.
Now a YouTuber. Thanks for having me. This is really great. So we're going to snacks today?
This is his first time.
This is my first time. They're such a part of the fabric of nightlife here, but they're generally targeted at more like older customers. That is changing though, so let's check it out.
This is the Tokyo Snack Adventure. Let's go.
Only in Japan.
From JR Shimbashi Station, let's cruise the west side between the Yamanote Line tracks and Sakurada Park. The new Shimbashi building, built in 1971, not so new anymore, but a linchpin of the area. Down Karasumori Street to Karasumori Shrine, the alley restaurants and bars run deep here, some places with history going back to post-war Japan. This is Snack Terasu. It feels like going back in time. 40, 50 years where people hung out after work before going home, for a drink, for a meal, for a good time. It was the social hub of the old-time Showa-era Japan. You'll get a drink and a seat, sometimes just stand. That's when the mama-san will take care of you, perhaps prepare you some snacks or some food. We were with a guide to introduce us to this throwback Tokyo nightlife spot. And got a nice dinner, fresh out of the fryer karaage. Hot soba noodles. Pan-fried spam. It smelled great. Certainly a match with beer or Chuhai drink. Matt asked what he should eat first, making small talk. The soba, before it gets soggy. Itadakimasu. It's fun to talk about all sorts of things related to life and the town, this being a home away from home, a comfortable place with people who know you. That's why having a guide or someone to introduce you to the snack mama-san can break the ice and make everyone here feel comfortable. A link to the tour is in the video description, but we were mostly here to learn about this part of Showa-era Japanese culture, which is in danger of going extinct.
41年前。
41年前。
いつも飲みに行ってたところのママさんがこうたまたまスナックこういうとこ小さい店やってみたいなって私が言ったらそーっともう面倒見てくれて、その人と出会ってなかったらやってなかったね。
Over the years, you can see how Kazue Mama is closely connected with her customers, like family.
40年と比べたらやっぱり役さん変わりましたね。
変わりましたね。20代で来てた人がみんな定年していなくなっちゃった。
Sunakku patrons have been decreasing over the years as more people go home to perhaps video games, an internet streaming service, or social media. It was very different during the 1980s.
バブル当時は大変大変。もうずっと並んでたから。
わー
階段まで並んでた。
普通はみんなスナックでずっとゆっくりで飲むじゃない、でも並んでる。
だから同じ会社の人がやっぱり多いから先来た人は帰って次、だから私がお店やってなかったら 結婚してなかったわね、うん、そういうのはある。でも昔ねやっぱみんな若かったからお客さんが20代独身だったから、今はみんなジジイだ20年後はだってもうないよ、立ち退きがあるからこの辺。
都市開発、8年後だっけ。
8年後
8年後です。Oh, wow.
It's said Japan still has over 100,000 snack bars around the country, more than there are convenience stores. Sunakku seem to be around every train station. This part of Tokyo, Shimbashi, is famous for snack culture. But plans to redevelop the area are in the works. Shiodome on the east side of Shimbashi is new. The west side, with the low buildings and narrow alleyways down there, is mostly over 50 years old. Not up to modern earthquake building standards, so many Sunakku with dwindling customer bases are closing up. Tourism may be a way to bring in more customers, keep this culture alive longer.
See, for me, a snack or a Japanese snack bar is a place where you would socialize. I guess before we had social media, this was a place that you would come to connect with other people. It was basically like the Facebook of, of before 2008.
It's true.
You would get connections, information, you even find somebody to get married to. Somebody would introduce a friend that was available. This kind of connection you'd be able to do at a snack.
We're like in a living website. Well, when you think about preserving culture, you know, you often think about preserving old things.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like an old Buddhist temple or an old Shinto shrine or some, you know, ancient Japanese art. But, you know, modern things are culture too, and they need to be preserved too. And snacks are definitely a big part of modern post-war, especially Japanese culture.
Yeah, the history of Sunakku goes all the way back to the 1950s.
Our guide took some photos, maybe a few too many. A customer came in. Sunakku are typically quite small. Everything stops when someone new enters. It's hard to break into a new snack bar. Being introduced by a friend or guide is a good way to ease into it.
Oh, hey. That was a lot of fun. Off to the next place. There you go. Come on.
We're off to the next Sunakku, but our guide wants to show us some of the narrow alleys of neighboring Ginza. It's a hot, muggy night, the rain almost welcome to cool things down. It's incredible that these alleys are public, often with hidden attractions like entrances to restaurants. But you'll notice how clean everything is back here, and safe. This is a part of Japanese culture that visitors really respect. Our guide showed us a little shrine, certainly not where you'd think a shrine should be. It predates the buildings that now surround it. Back in Shimbashi, we entered another Sunakku, this one with a kind of theme that's important to the mama-san and the regular customers.
婚活スナックではい、占いもやってます。
First things first, a cold drink to start. We were joined by two regular customers who were okay being filmed. I think there is a real desire by many to bring in new people, encourage others to feel what they feel for their local hangout. This is Urara Mama, who is deeply involved in matchmaking with her customers who are interested in finding the right person. Her snack definitely represents her personality. She loves what she does, and it's reflected in her smile and openness to listen and have fun, bring everyone together. Someone brought out the karaoke in Japanese, to break the ice. When I came to Japan, I was told to memorize a few great songs that everyone can sing to, like the Beatles. Believe it or not, karaoke's history is rooted in these snack bars. Matt, author of Pure Invention, explains.
So snacks serve up booze, but they also serve up music. And in fact, in the years after World War II, there was this whole ecosystem of entertainment spots that were dedicated to salarymen, and music was key to them. People would play music, people would sing music, and at some point, someone got the idea of automating the sing-along, and they made a karaoke machine. The very first karaoke machines were put in snacks down in Kobe. Now they're everywhere. But that history all started in the snack. It's a really cool piece of technology and culture.
And here we are, still doing karaoke and snack bars like they did when it was first invented. It really fits the core of what a snack is. A place to hang out with old and new friends like a family, and singing like this really brings everyone together. Singing can also transcend the language and culture barriers, also people of different personalities. It can be silly or serious, a way to see someone you've known for a while in a new way. Yes, they do have snacks here too, help yourself. But this is a matchmaking snack after all. What's that all about?
会いたいなって思う人にこれカードあるじゃないですか。これにメッセージ書いて出してもらう。そしたらお店で取り次ぎしてお相手の人が
プロフィールだけ。
はい、プロフィールだけ。
写真がない。
写真は会員になれば見れる。
But it's not for everyone, namely two happily married dudes whose wives will be watching this episode.
でも楽しい。
We're both off the market.
So what's Urara Mama's story?
ですけど、そう餃子だけやってたんですけど、常連さんがすごく多くて、私がイベント好きなので、そこでね、いろんなイベントやってたんですね。異業種交流会とか音楽イベントとか婚活パーティーとかもういろいろやってたんですよ。でそこでお客さん同士が出会って仲良くなるのが楽しいっていう風になって、なんか出会い目的の人が増えちゃったんですよね。そしたら餃子屋なんですけど、みんな餃子あんまり食べなくなっちゃって
まあね。
そうだったらちょっとね、そういうのを分けて専門の出会いをサポートするお店やりたいなと思ってここ立ち上げたのが最初きっかけですね。
何人の付き合わせて結婚したことがあるんですか？
これまでにもう80組以上ですね。
Oh my god.
Falling in love can be a little or a lot easier when you have someone to help. Urara Mama is the right person, like Cupid, to bring people together now over 80 times. It's a really good feeling to be a part of something like this.
I would never have come in here. No. So that's great. That's great. No, I want new experiences. So, I mean, it would be weird if I came in here actually, as a married person. So but it's interesting, seeing how this works, and this is very cultural.
Right.
I don't think there's any places like this in America.
I go to the snack over the 26 years that I've been here. I was the only foreigner in there. It wasn't something that was interesting to other foreigners, but I could speak a little bit of Japanese then, and I would, again, use this as a way to learn about Japanese cultures, learn about Nichijou Seikatsu, everyday life, the Japanese work habits. You get that just by talking with everybody who talks about those everyday lives.
When I first came here, like izakaya were kind of cutting edge. They didn't exist abroad. And now you have izakaya, like in New York and like San Francisco or wherever, right?
What this has as an advantage is that people are closer. You have to talk with the people that are around you, usually because the izakayas are usually quite spread out and wide. This, you're very close. Feels like going to a house party. You kind of want to be want to be respectful of the house that you go to, which isn't always the case in American house parties, let's be honest. But in Japan, you'd be very respectful as the guest. I like that,
This place in particular feels like a house.
It does.
Tourists, people are creatures of habit.
Right.
They go to the same tourist destinations. And like one of the big problems in Japan right now is over-tourism. And this is a really interesting way.
It's a new one.
It is.
It's a new one.
It's not that there's too many visitors coming to Japan. It's that I think the people who come here are limited to a certain number of spots, and so this is a good way to expand that.
I kept forgetting that this was a tour. Our guide presenting us with a graduate certificate signed by the CEO of Snack Yokocho, who's trying to encourage more international visitors to try it, help keep the culture alive. This is Mayuko Igarashi, who's been to over 850 snack bars across the country.
なんか文化でもカルチャーでもあり、日本にしかないので、なのでそういう点で言うと、そのカルチャーでもあり、エンターテインメントでもあり、コミュニケーションのプラットフォームでもあり、変えられるとサードプレイスでもあったりとかするので、そのママからすると。日本で前々から来てくれているお客さんを大事にするっていうことになっちゃうので、 その居心地のいい昔から来てくれている古いお客さんがもうレギュラーカスタマーだとすると、新しいお客さんが入って雰囲気を壊すとかっていうことがすごく怖いので、たとえそれが一緒に年を取ってもしかしたらなくなるかもしれないってことでも、今のその時代のことをすごく大事にしようとするので、プロテクトしようとするので、外国人が来るとかっていうことはすごいチャレンジになっちゃうんですね。
Protecting the snack culture means getting younger people, new people, to become interested in it. Igarashi-san knows there isn't much time left. Everyone's getting older, many are closing. But Mama-san's passions are strong, and there's an increasing openness for international visitors.
ここは今年で15年になります。
なんで始めたんですか？
そう、私も歌が大好きで、それで昔は歌って踊ってやってたんですよ。それで皆さんの楽しい歌が聴きたくって、それで喜びの歌って書いてキッカって名前つけました。まあ昔はね、じいさんとかばあさんとかね、いらしてたんだけど、今は若者ですね。今の若者の歌ってわかんないんですよ。
そうですね。
そう、だから昭和の歌がね、私も大好きなんで、最近はなんかこう30代、40代の方がたくさんいらしてくれて、昭和の歌を歌ってってこうリクエストしてますよ、今は。今の若い子のもう歌ってわかんない。K-POP とかね。
そうですね。
そうなんですよ。でも私も歌と踊りが大好きなのでね。
今何が人気ですか？演歌？
演歌私好きなんですよ。
そうですよね。そのイメージがあったけど。
そう、石川さゆりさんとかね。そう、大好きなんですよ。だから私歌うときはいつも演歌です。
The younger generation, searching for a connection beyond social media, are starting to re-find where their parents and grandparents used to hang out. And maybe snack culture will stick around for another generation or two with that effort. And I think visitors will find an amazing story and community within those 100,000 snacku across the country like this one.
Yes. Yes.
I was surprised. This is quite an experience, different, being on a tour with a guide than doing it on your own.
It was great. We met a lot of interesting people. We heard a lot of interesting stories. And we saw a kind of whole new way of bringing tourists into the city.
And for tourists that are coming into this experience, I think that this is definitely like a microcosm of Japan. This is certainly part of the culture that I hope sticks around for a very long time. Maybe tourists who are participating in this, it's not something that I ever thought would ever be a tourist attraction, but now having taken it, I can see through a guide, having that communication, it's very local, it's very authentic,
and that's usually local.
Right? And this is, I think, what gives you great understanding. Again, those who are reading manga, anime, probably have already seen Sunakku in those publications and in those episodes. So,
but this is a great way to actually get a window into how Japanese people drink, let down their hair, meet each other.
I highly recommend it. If you liked it, hit that subscribe button. Join me on another episode to take you to every corner of this amazing country. Mata ne.
See you next time.